What's up, guys? I'm Mr. Normal, and we're about to watch some creepy and strange TikTok videos you probably shouldn't watch at night. With all that being said, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like on the video so it's recommended to others, that'd be muchly appreciated. Thank you so much. Now, let's get into the video.
This guy UFO Gerb did a video, the 1965 Kecksburg, Pennsylvania UFO crash. They first saw it over the Great Lakes. People thought it was an asteroid at first. Then when it went over Pennsylvania, it did like a 90-degree turn. Crashed in the woods. They got accounts from all these different people. They said it was like the size of maybe like an SUV, but it looked like an acorn. And around the rim, it looked like they had hieroglyphics. And one of the guys who gave this account was a volunteer firefighter. They all thought it was a plane crash. So they showed up thinking that, okay, we got to rescue people, put out a fire.
Could you imagine?
They said this acorn UFO was just sticking in the dirt, and they're like, what? And he said within 5 minutes, military was there with guns and said,
Get out of here.
Get out of here. This is a secure location now. And they were forced off the location.
Lucky they survived, dude.
Yeah. He said that both
can't
his
go there?
son and daughter have joined the military, and they're not able to advance further because their name is attached to their father. He's on this list now.
They flagged him.
Yeah, he's definitely flagged. It's the list we're on.
Dude.
Yeah, for real.
Sorry, Demi. Sorry, Zola.
That is crazy how fast the military showed up and knew exactly where it crashed at. I'm just saying, they gotta be controlling these things, because how did you know exactly where to go that quickly? It's either that or the military is in communication with aliens and they just don't want us to know yet.
This couple captured a devil on the Ring camera last night. You're not gonna believe this. So imagine checking your doorbell and looking at this staring back at you. In Carrollton, Texas, a couple's doorbell camera captured a chilling sight. A figure dressed as the devil, complete with glowing yellow eyes, massive horns, staring at their doorstep, holding a sign saying Revelation. The masked individual held up a sign referencing the Bible, and the passage was about apocalypse and judgment day. Imagine that. Now, after ringing the doorbell and knocking, the figure walked to the back of the house and left the homeowners terrified. Local police labeled it as an isolated incident, but the identity and intentions of this mysterious visitor remain unknown.
Absolutely, that would freak me out, because why is someone dressed as the devil relaying something from the Bible? Could you just imagine waking up at 3 in the morning and you just see that? Bro.
There's a bill being proposed that would put you in jail for up to 20 years for downloading DeepSeek or doing anything that helps to advance AI in China. And it's a real bill. I just went through it. It's from Senator Hawley. And I want you to pay attention to a few things, because if they came for TikTok, they're coming for this. So the CCP has a strategy called military-civil fusion. They believe that the first country to apply AI to next-generation warfare will achieve military dominance, which they're aiming to have by 2049. Part of their strategy is to become the world's leader in AI, big data, quantum computing, semiconductors, etc. So I don't fault Senator Hawley for trying to be proactive here. I just think this bill is pointless. First of all, you can't enforce this without becoming a surveillance state, which... well, second, there is a huge amount of ethnic Chinese researchers in the US building American AI, and the bill is so vague it could easily be weaponized to target American competitors through backdoor political cronyism. And third, I think this bill could hinder open source efforts. And I mean, I don't know what happened to the land of the free. I don't think that we should resort to banning. We just need to focus on competing. But I wanted to throw this out there because I think it's worth a conversation, and I really want to know what you think, because when it comes to the US versus China AI race, there is a lot on the line.
I'm just saying, I feel like if all the USA CEOs of the AI companies would stop focusing on just trying to nickel and dime everything and focus on progressing forward, we wouldn't have this issue.
The fog is back with vengeance, y'all. Wait till you see this compilation I put together. This right here is in LA. It's like double potent this time around. And this one right here is in Oklahoma. Look how this dense fog goes right under the tops of all these buildings. I've never seen a city look like this. And completely unrelated and irrelevant, my whole family had headaches today, y'all. And yesterday. What about y'all? That whole thing is popping crazy. Back to the point, this is South Carolina and the particles are on full blast. I know my doorbell cam was showing me the same thing lately. And yeah, I'm in South Carolina. It almost looks like snow, doesn't it? I mean, that's some thick stuff. Brief intervention, people have been seeing this all over the United States. The same exact colors just sitting in the sky while it's all going on. This is my buddy Conscious right there. He's in Florida, and my goodness, y'all, the strength of this stuff. I mean, you can barely see 10 foot. Then we got Florida with the Hadron Collider particles just blasting through the sky. Of course, we got the fog just chilling with the bags, if you get what I'm saying. Can't believe those things are still up there. But if you've seen my last video, then you know what I think. But what do y'all think? Let me know in the comments.
A lot of people were saying this is smart dust. I'm thinking it's headache dust at this point. So many people have been talking about how they've been feeling sick or having headaches. Even someone in my comments have been saying it too. I don't know, it's getting crazy out there. It's just starting to look like the movie Fog.
In 2009, 2 employees at Domino's were arrested for videotaping shoving cheese up their nose and then blowing their nose onto the pizza. If that doesn't disgust you, they were also farting on the salami slices, and then the second person recording was narrating how this is going to go out to the customers. And of course, they posted this on YouTube incriminating themselves. They titled the series Disgusting Domino's People. They got fired immediately and charged with a felony for distributing prohibited foods because they contaminated it. Domino's brand image was of course hurt pretty badly. This is not the first and only pizza shop to do this. Pizza Hut got caught doing some weird things back in 2009 too. One of the district managers at Pizza Hut was caught urinating in the sink where they wash utensils. But back to the Domino's, Michael Setzer and Christy Hammonds were the people in question that got arrested and posted these videos online. And I found this quote for us to read together. Now, Christy is the person that's filming right now. She announces, "In about 5 minutes, these will be sent out and somebody will be eating these. Yes, eating these." And little do they know that that cheese was in his nose and that there was some lethal gas that ended up on their salami. This is the craziest end quote here. Now that's how we roll at Domino's. And here's a little extra into the other 4 videos. He was rubbing a sponge on his butt before wiping a pan with it. I mean, the title of the series, Disgusting Domino People, that's accurate. They're pretty nasty. But that's how you roll at Domino's is insane to say. I could definitely see how this hurt their brand reputation and stuff. I think Domino's was right addressing this so quickly because they did address this very fast. I'm glad they addressed it quickly because people would have gotten food poisoning if they didn't stop these 2 in a timely manner. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. This is why I cook at home 99% of the time.
That is so terrible, dude. Nobody wants to eat your mucus cheese. I don't understand why you couldn't just come to work and do your job. I understand having fun at work, but this isn't fun. This is poisoning people. Yeah, I'm glad they got fired and they should never be allowed to work with food again.
It's the whole city. Okay, you guys, I'm kind of freaking out and it's hard for you to see it, but if you look closely at the city, watch. All of the lights are gonna suddenly start blinking. Do you see? It's throwing me off so much. I hope that you guys can see it through the rain. Look at that. Do you guys see that?
I think what it possibly could be that the power grid is getting affected by the wildfires. I don't know, that's wild looking. It looks like an EMP is about to go off.
What is black noise?
Black noise?
Yeah.
Black noise is something that Barrow's got very interested in. It's
intriguing.
well, no, it's the one facet of black noise is that everything, like a glass, if phenophrine hits a particular note, the vibrations are that of the metabolism of the glass and it cracks it, yeah? So a black noise is the register within which you can crack a city or people, or it's a new controlled bomb. It's a noise bomb, in fact, which can destroy.
I mean, is it a real thing? I mean, is it something that's actually somebody's experimenting
invented
with?
in France.
Could a tyrant use it to...
Well, until last year, you could buy the patent for it in the French patent office for about equivalent to $3-4.
It's concentrated...
Depends how much money you put into it. I mean, a small one could probably kill about half the people here, but a big one could destroy a city, or even more. I mean,
it's a weird idea.
Don't look at, it's not my idea.
I'm pretty sure you could break almost anything with a certain frequency at the same time, and you can make things levitate. Don't quote me on that.
Bro, what happened to all of the crazy inventions we used to come up with? Pedestrian safety catchers, baby cages for those who live in a city, portable changing rooms, projectile nets for police to catch criminals, the freaking mono wheel, and now we've got this. What the hell? Bro, they were even rethinking childbirth from the ground up. Because let me introduce you to the centrifugal birth table. It is a legit invention that was even awarded a patent by the US government in 1963. It works by strapping a pregnant woman to a table lying flat on her back, and then when labor starts, it begins to spin, like fast. 8 Gs, kind of fast. That's fighter pilot territory. The idea was that the centrifugal force would help assist getting the baby out naturally by supplementing the mother's pushing. And then once the big moment arrives, there's a casual safety net at the base of the table to catch the newborn. There was even a little nifty bell built in that would ring once the baby was caught. You know, just in case the doctor wasn't paying attention. Yeah, actually, maybe on second thought we're better off with this.
That baby cage for the people that live in like apartments and high rises, why would you need to put your baby out on a balcony? That's probably not the best idea. I get it if your baby needs some sunlight, but just go for a walk in the park. And I'll be honest, that pedestrian catcher, if you gotta have one of those on your car, you probably shouldn't be driving. And I'll be honest, I'm not putting my pregnant wife in that chair at all that spins.
I apologize in advance. Hello boys and girls, today I'm going to teach you about the jacana. That's a jacana, the only bird with Kevin Durant's shoe size. They invested in waterside real estate, and having feet that belong in a proud family reunion means they can walk across floating vegetation. It's actually how they got the nickname the Lily Trotter, and why their headshot shows up when you Google Jesus bird. If you thought that was freaky, it makes you itch, doesn't it? Let me explain. So you know how sharks have extra rows of teeth so that if they lose one, they can always sub the next one in? Yeah, that's not what this is at all. It's just a dad doing his best. Male jacanas are actually the ones that build the nest, guard the eggs, and raise the chicks. And they do it dolo. And you'd probably think a dad doing all that must mean he's a great father. About that. So peep this. Imagine you're a single woman at the park, right? And you see a single father with his kids. And like something about the way he's fathering, you're just like, damn, I want a man like that. But then you're like, no, I want a man like that. That man I want. So you casually walk up to him and proceed to butcher his children right in front of him. And no sooner after you just turned his children into a Twitter bio, you ask him out. And he says yes. That's what dating looks like for jacanas, and since the females are bigger, the male can really end up hooking up with the same John to turn his kids into a breakfast plate. And you want to know the worst part? She pulls this so many times that there's no guarantee that he ends up being the baby daddy. You hate to see it, but the more you know.
I'm not saying yes to a woman that eats my children. And at the same time, she's going around to all these other birds and doing the same thing, so he doesn't even know if he's the father. All jokes aside, that is actually insane.
To think we were actually impressed when this first came out in 2023. Extremely grainy and chaotic, with each clip only being like 2 seconds long. Not to mention the backgrounds, movements, and pretty much everything going on in the videos is just totally warped and doesn't visually make any sense. More of a bad trip than a realistic simulation, but it's a start. Then in 2024, we get a serious update. It's looking much better, full HD, and there's a sort of consistency in the video where things aren't just morphing in and out of shape anymore. You'll still notice some movements that are kind of creepy and jerky, or objects that just forget how they were supposed to be oriented. Overall, it still has a very uncanny type of feel to it. Like, we can obviously tell what we're looking at isn't real life, but now 2025 just brought it to a whole new level. Actually, no, this is a real video Will Smith took himself in 2024 as a parody to all the AI videos of him eating spaghetti. But it does give us a sort of control test of what we're working towards, because this is AI Will Smith eating spaghetti in 2025. The future is here. Huge improvements over 2024. At first glance, it almost looks 100% real, but if you look really close, you'll see a few unnatural movements and subtle transformations that just don't make much sense. But clearly we're making great progress, and soon enough we're going to be able to generate videos of anyone doing anything, and we're not even going to be able to tell whether they're real or AI. Hold up, should we be concerned?
I don't know, I look at it like two things are going to happen with this. Either someone's going to make some crazy weird movie with a bunch of celebrities doing weird things, or it's going to be a battle of a whole bunch of misinformation, if you know what I mean.
Check this out, this company built an AI headset that lets you control your dreams. Imagine Inception, but in real life whenever you want. And they do this by activating lucid dreams. It's insane. In normal dreams, this part of your brain is turned off. It's called the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex. And that's where all your decision making happens. That's why in normal dreams, weird things happen to you that you just can't control because your control center is off. But in lucid dreams, things are completely different. In lucid dreams, you can control your behavior. You can think, act, build, invent, all in a world where there are no risks. Some of the best inventions in human history came from lucid dreams. Tesla, Einstein, even the idea for the periodic table came when the inventor was asleep. It's pretty powerful. Now, this company, Prophetic, created a way to turn on lucid dreaming whenever you want. It's called the Halo, and it fires low-intensity ultrasonic energy to activate that part of the brain, essentially waking you up while you're sleeping. Imagine being able to focus during a nap, or trying to experiment with a dangerous solution in a world with no danger. Now, these headsets are going to be available at the end of this year, and it will be wild to see how well they work.
This would be pretty cool to have, because I don't think I've ever lucid dreamed before. At the same time, it also keeps a certain part of your brain awake, and it kind of freaks me out because I don't want any sleep paralysis. Have you guys ever lucid dreamed before? Hey, I understand. Sometimes it gets hot down there. All right, guys, that's the end of today's video. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching the clips today. And if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.